Hello and welcome to Athens for the first part of the post-game press conference following the big final at the Basketball Champions League Final 4 powered by Sanel. For this first part we have with us James Palmer Jr. and Galatasaray head coach Jakub Hekiskog. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. James, we'll start with you. If you can please offer us your view of the game and also maybe an assessment of your whole season which led you all the way to the final.
The game was up and down, back and forth. Until the fourth quarter, we gave up a lot of points in the fourth quarter. They went on a run, counted down the stretch at the end of the game. But overall, I think we had a great season. We didn't finish our end goal, but from the injuries and all the stuff that we went through this season, I think it was overall good.
This was Galatasaray's first time reaching the Final Four, and you guys even won the semi-final. What do you think this means for the group and for the effort that you guys put in all season?
It just shows the commitment to the hard work we put in all year. Hopefully Galatasaray can, come back again next year. And it just shows like we have a lot of talent.
Thank you. Are there any questions for James? No. Thank you. You're free to go. Thank you very much.
Eklesin de ben kısa yoldan. Yeah, through the restaurant.
Coach, if I can please ask you as well to offer us your view of the game, what do you think went wrong, and also assess maybe the decision.
Yes, tough game. Up and down, just like James said. We chased Malaga 35-36 minutes, 3 points, 5 points, 7 points, 10 points. Several times we came back from double digit, but finally we couldn't hit the last punch. We had early foul trouble in the first half. Our main players, that affected our offensive percentage. Tyron Wallace played very well second quarter, but first quarter he also nobody except Bloomberg in the first quarter helped from the bench. Finally Tyron improved his game, and again we came back late third quarter. On that point, at the last quarter, we gave too many second chance points. Offensive rebound, kick-outs, pass, 3-point shot, offensive rebound, foul, free throws, too many second chance points for Malaga that kept them in the game. We played good defense, but we couldn't collect the rebounds to score fast break or maybe to go to offense and score at the half court. That broke our resistance. Finally, we are proud to be here. We played 2 good games. Tenerife was unbeaten. My players did great job qualifying to final. For Galatasaray, it's always you have to be first place for us. We are not happy, but we will do better in the upcoming seasons like Tenerife, Malaga. We will continue to build this roster and come back again to win the cup.
Thank you very much. Question here, the gentleman on the left.
Coach, you mentioned foul trouble in the first half.
Yes.
A lot of those came from offensive fouls. Can you talk about not necessarily the calls, but the impact that had on your rotations, and also
huge impact for us, because finals, main players have to play. The stars have to play in the game. Will Cummings, okay, maybe all of them correct calls. I believe all of them correct calls. If you watch, probably those are right. But standard-wise, similar contacts missed in the game, but this is basketball, contact sport. To get to the fourth, fifth foul, actually, usually you make 10, 12 fouls, many of them misses because of the tempo of the game, which is not really normal. Refs try their best to control the game and allow players to play basketball. They call only if it affects the position, it affects the action of the player. But I think we were unlucky. Some fouls of Will Cummings were really fouls, but I don't think it was affecting the position. Finally, this is only an excuse until the final. Whatever problem we had, all obstacles, we came together and we overcome. Injuries, poor performance, bad days, injuries again. Today we played as a unit, we played together, still with maybe a couple of good offenses, one extra shots, maybe one more player on the offense, helping the scoring. We could reach, I believe, to the cup. But now we have to wait until next season.
You have a follow-up?
I think there is one question only.
Coach, I know it's hard to talk about Coach, it's hard to answer right after losing the title game, but still, how do you evaluate your team season? You're making the first BCL Final Four, you're making the title game overall. Your impression?
I told my players that I am proud them all in the locker room. Every week, every game, we improved. Even though we had problems, injuries, changing in the roster, even here we couldn't come full roster. Somebody else stepped up, filled the gaps, came up with extra performance. So, for me, as a basketball coach, all four teams played here, Tenerife, Malaga, of course the champion, AEK and Galatasaray, are fulfilled their responsibilities, because now Final Four, one game, one bad day, you lose the title. Like that happened to us today, like that happened to Tenerife on Friday. This is why I am happy with my team's performance. But as a coach of Galatasaray, we know as Galatasaray team, if we are playing, we have to win. This is reality.
Thank you. I think there are no more questions for the coach. So would you like to end with a statement in Turkish, for Turkish television?
I think that's enough.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Yes,
Very much for covering the tournament. See you next year.
this concludes. We will be back very soon. Hello, welcome back to Athens for the second part of the post-game press conference following the title game at the Basketball Champions League Final Four powered by Sanel. For the second part, of course, we have with us the back-to-back champions, Unicaja, MVP of the Final Four, Tyson Carter, congrats, and of course head coach, Ibon Navarro. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. Tyson, let me start with you. It was an amazing performance by the whole team, by you personally. Which title tastes better, this one or the first one?
I think this one. This one is the first one was good because it was like redemption from the first year, so that felt really good. But this one is just defending the title. We already won it, and we're right here in the moment. It feels better right now.
And what do you think was the key to the game? Because you guys seem to be in control pretty much the whole way. Like, was it maybe the great preparation you had because you played this team before? What do you think was the deciding factor?
We just had to keep them off the rebounds. You had to rebound good, and I think we started out the game just aggressive, trying to impose our will on them. We know they were a really good team, so I think we just came out and we didn't have a slow start. Sometimes we can have slow starts, and we didn't have one today. And I think that's what led us to be in control for most of the game.
Excellent. Let's start with questions for Tyson, so we can release him. Any questions for Tyson? There's a man at the back.
Hey Tyson, congrats again for the victory. So last year I asked KP what that man next to you meant to him, and he said he changed my life. What does Ibon Navarro mean to you?
It means a lot to me. Coming here, I wasn't as mature as a player when I came here. I was still young. It was my third year out, and he's helped me mature as a player and grow as a player in a lot of different ways, as far as just helping my game in all ways, offensively and defensively. I can't speak enough about that. As far as just controlling the pace as a game and getting better and improving as a point guard as well as a shooting guard too.
And making you be in time to practice.
Yeah, that too.
Any more questions for Tyson? Here on the left.
Hey Tyson, congrats. Kendrick said yesterday award ceremony that there's another guard on his team that deserves some kind of recognition. He was the first man who jumped to hug you and basically carried you when you were announced as the MVP. So what's that been like, that relationship with you and Kendrick Perry?
It's my brother. We developed a really good relationship over these 3 years. From day one, the moment that we both got here, we contacted each other before we even got to Malaga. We were excited to play with each other. And we got a special friendship, and like you said, he said those words on Twitter. It encouraged me to come out and play hard. It's not that I was going for the MVP, because as far as we have a really good team, it could be anybody, but I just knew that I wanted to do whatever it took to help the team win, and that's the same thing that he wanted to do as well.
Any more questions for Tyson? No, I think I can release you, MVP. Congrats again.
Right.
You're free to join your
That's more beautiful than yesterday.
team. Yeah, don't leave up here. So, Coach, congratulations. How does it feel to do this for the second time in a row? It's only you and Burgos a few years back that managed to do this back-to-back.
Honestly, what we felt last season was a little bit alibi, after what happened in the Final Four in Malaga in 2023. We are very happy because this is it's not the end of the process of the path. It's just one more station. But these two games, the way we won these two games without accuracy, without our best basketball probably, but finding the way to compete on an extremely way, not getting frustrated when we miss some open shots, and always having in mind what we have to do. Okay, with a very high concentration has been the key, and this is This is what we have learned. Thank you. This is what we have learned during the last 6 months, how to win games when the things don't go like we want, when we don't feel that flow on the court. We have to find a way to win, to compete on maximum level, despite of these bad sensations that you can have. And these 2 games are a good test for us.
I think you said yesterday that the only scouting folder you had not deleted all season was that of Galatasaray.
Yeah, when I'm sure that we are not going to find the opponent again in the season, I usually delete it. I put in the hard disk and delete it from a laptop. But after the second game in Malaga against them, I kept it because I felt that they could get it in the Final Four and they could be here in a final. All the credit for Coach Jakob, for the Galatasaray organization. I think that they, in the worst moment, because injury, because problems, they adjust everything and they came out of this problems. They overcome those problems, being a better team, and also all the credit for them being in the final and beating such big team like Tenerife.
Thank you. Let's open the floor to questions. The gentleman in the second row first.
Coach, first of all, congratulations on back-to-back. And the same question as Tyson was asked. Which title was tougher to get and which is more sweet for you?
Which the second part?
The sweetest.
The sweetest. As I said at the beginning, the last season we felt that we must win, and it was like a little bit alibi when we won that game, that trophy, because of the disappointing performance the first season in Malaga. And this is like when you are doing things and sometimes the things don't go well, but you keep trusting on what you are doing. This is like if a friend comes and says, "You were right, keep pushing." This is what this means, And all the trophies are special, all the Final Fours are special. But from all of them, you have to learn something. Then we learned from the first one we lost in Malaga. We didn't know how to win when we don't have good sensations on the court, when we don't feel this flow. And this is something that we have learned during these last 2 seasons.
Thank you.
No more questions? Thank you.
No. There was a question there. Yes.
I had to try.
The corner.
Coach, congratulations. It was an amazing performance, and you deserve all the praise of the world for this win. Your team is consistent, it's tough, it's confident. 19 years are too many. You think that it's about time for Malaga to get back on the top of the Spanish league as well?
I don't know. We have to enjoy this. We got a bad tendency in the last titles not to celebrate how you have to celebrate a title, and this is what we have to do. And no problem. I got a USB in front of my laptop with the scouting of UCAM Murcia for the next Sunday. So let's try to take time to enjoy this, and then we have to readjust the situation of some of our players that got some, let's say, personal problems. We have to help them, and we have to try to readjust our minds, because 404 can make you feel, full, and feel no more hungry anymore. And we have to find a way to reset and try to give our best for this last, let's say, 1 month and a half, hopefully. For the end of the regular season, we got these 3 games left. We have to fight for the best position, and from then on, other playoffs that right now it looks like we can play maybe against Barcelona and Real Madrid. So let's see, day by day.
Any more questions? Here, the gentleman in the front row.
Coach, congratulations, first of all. Your fan is very funny. I'm from the Turkey, and your fan is very funny. Can you say something to your fans also, because they are deserved the championship? They are very lucky to support this team.
The culture of the clubs are different, the culture of the fans are different. Of course, they are not AEK fans, no, but they are special. They know how to enjoy the things. They got different lifestyle. There are people that enjoy watching their team. When they go to our gym, to our arena, is to watch and enjoy their team, and this this happiness, this gladness that they transmit us, this energy that they transmit us, is part of ourselves. We are not a team. We used to be a team that played with flow, and that's why at home we play much better, because they bring us that energy not only to fight but also to enjoy. And we are like a mood team. When we enjoy, we are a very dangerous team, and that's why at home with their positive energy we play much better. And this of course is for them, for all the people in Malaga, but especially also for them that have made this effort to be here, to fight with 9,000 people on a Friday. That was really noisy. Again, congrats AEK for the organization and their fans, because they are amazing. I think from now on all of us are a little bit at least from AEK.
Any more questions? There on the left.
Coach, if it's all right with you, a bit cheeky, I'm going to ask two, if that's all right.
Sorry?
If it's a bit cheeky, but if it's okay with you, I'm going to ask two questions.
Yes.
All right. First question. Jakub Sekiskok said in his press conference that fouls in the first half, damaged his rotation, had a huge impact on his rotation. 3 of those 4 offensive fouls in the first 2 quarters were Alberto Diaz. Can you talk about the confidence it gives you and your team when he starts a big final playing basketball like that on defense?
I don't like I don't like talking too much about 1-2 players. One of the secrets of this team is that, as Tyson said, we are 14 players, 15. There are only 12 that can be in the game, but all the things that happen during the game are important. But sometimes, Coach Sakota said, there is one moment, the momentum of the game, when the game is decided. Today, that moment is not Tyson Perez, it's not Alberto Diaz, it's Tyler Kalinowski. Those 2 threes in a row is what really break the game. In between, there are like offensive rebounds, great defense by Alberto. Melvin Ejim has made a great effort to be back. 1 block of Oleg in the first half. Yankuba energy on defensive rebound. Dylan Osetkovsky Martinez. The energy of Tyson Perez. Cameron Taylor saving the team, holding the team for 3 minutes with 3-4 101. Kendrick with a couple of threes. All of them got, actions that has hold the team during the game. But for me, the momentum today has been the 2 threes by Tyler Kalinowski. And he comes from a very bad streak, but he's always a very reliable player, because he can be missing a lot of shots, but that he does on the court a lot of good things. But that happens with all of them, the energy. Of course, I think that in the foul trouble we forced them to be in the first quarter was very decisive, especially with Cummings. When he came on the court, we had to attack him anyway, because he's key player for them.
Okay, thank you. The way you've described all of your players contributing is essentially my second question. So, FIBA back-to-back BCL champions, FIBA Intercontinental champions, Super Copa, Copa del Rey. That's 4 in a season. I don't know if the numbers mean anything to you, but plus 23 offensive rating, net rating is the best in the history of 9 seasons of the BCL. When we spoke in 2023, you'd come through the qualifiers to get through.
Yeah.
Did you have any idea back then?
I remember the teams we play against still.
Yes. And how early that season was, right? Yeah. Did you have any idea the monster you were creating back then?
First,
did you dream that you could create something like this?
No, you cannot dream things like this. But first of all, this is nothing that I have created. There is a lot of people that works here. But the club, my staff, of course. But of course, no, you cannot think about this. When I arrived in February 2022, you cannot think that this is going to happen. But that summer we create something amazing. But you have to be lucky, not with the sports players, but with the persons, and we match. Even there are people that came. We had a lot of not only the basketball-wise reports, but personal reports. And there are players that came here. We had an idea of how they are personally, and they are better. They were better than we expected. So that also helped us when we lost. I remember Augusto Lima. He was very important player. His behavior in the locker room, the way he thinks, he lives the life. When we lost it, we had a problem, and there were other players that took his, let's say, locker room role. Okay, not on the court, outside, and these things is what has created a very special chemistry in our team, in this group, and this is just because of how they are as persons. Got nothing to do with the basketball players. There are teams, rosters that maybe got more talent than us, bigger, but the chemistry that the group has created inside, this is nothing that you can expect. It's something that happened. It's something magic when you work with people, that things like these ones happen. Thank you.
You had a question there.
Venga. You lost it? I lost it.
Take it back. Coach, congratulations once again. So before the Final Four, Coach Sakota gave an interview to the BCL website and said, "I am emotionally attached to the AEK organization." I actually wanted to make this question to all of you in the press conference, in the pre-tournament press conference, but it feels better now, I guess. Do you consider yourself emotionally attached to Unicaja Malaga?
I think that this team, this club, has changed our lives forever. There is an after and before of this group, in the club, in the city, but also personally, individually, for each of our players, our staff members. There is an after and before. We found out a different way to work with players, doing things different, betting on a different way to do the things, to split the minutes, to control the loads. It's not easy because you have to convince the players to sacrifice their egos, their stats. Alberto Diaz get an award yesterday, defensive player, but I feel that most of our players, if they are in a team that they play 25, 27 minutes, they can get a lot of awards. But they sacrifice this for being here and for getting these trophies. And this is something that can also happen when you create this philosophy, this legacy, that we put the team always in front.
Here in front.
Coach, congrats.
You have to give Tyson Carter the award yesterday.
Yes. You said that you don't want to talk about individual players. I got something even worse for you. Let's talk about you personally. Did you have any flashbacks of the 2018 tournament when you were so close to creating one of the biggest upsets? What does it mean for you personally? Is it like a full circle to have this happen in Athens again?
That happened a lot of time ago. I'm getting older. Honestly, when you are for the first time in a BCL Final Four here in Athens, in Oaxaca, we got that like third place. You think that you will never be here again. You think that it's the last time. It was your chance, and you're gonna be here never again. So it's like you see the train going. But this is the life. Sometimes you have to go through a bad experience to, like close the one door, a lot of windows open up, and this is for the job, for the coaching job, for everybody, journalists, everyone. Sometimes we are too worried about the things that are not have not happened, thinking that things that maybe this is going to happen, and we spend too much time thinking on things that maybe never happen again, no? And we have to find a way to live better and happier, no? Enjoy the moment and don't think about things that maybe will not happen.
Any more questions?
It's too philosophic. It's not basketball anymore. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I think
Yeah?
if there were more questions.
No, it's enough. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, coach. This concludes the post-game press conference. Thank you very much for watching.